in the thinkers part, if you see Victor Turner's theory and this liminality is one of the most very nice concept which I think you should also know. So, but first we will go to what is this Turner and liminality concept. So, what is this? What does Turner say, and what does this liminality say? First, we'll go to that, and then we'll think about writing answers. So you should know that Victor Turner comes in what is called as symbolic and interpretive anthropology. So interpretive. So symbolic, if you remember, it goes to a person called as Geats. Geats Balinese cockfight is where how symbol plays. But here Turner belongs to something called as interpretive part of symbolic anthropology, where you would be well aware of the fact that a symbol, as Geats says, gives rise to a particular value in the society. So, but what does this Turner say? So that is actually a mystery which most of you would be breaking your heads. But in a simple manner, I will make you understand this. In a simple manner, what the Turner says is that Geats. So first we'll also see, because when you see Geats and this together, actually it helps you in understanding the difference. I'll show you the difference what this Geats. What is the difference between this Geats and Turner? So Geats, what he says is that the Bali cockfight which happened, what does that symbolize? What does that symbolize means? It symbolizes the norms of the society. So what norms and value system persists in a society is transmitted, he says, is transmitted through those symbols. So instead of studying any culture, you study the symbols, you will be able to see the norms which they are giving to the next generation and the value system they perpetuate. But Turner here says, symbols are not, for example, symbols are not particularly for giving, what to say, perpetuating these value systems. He says symbols are what to say, a medium or a tool. Symbols are a tool, he says. He is not saying, see this, he is not saying that symbols are used for perpetuating values and norms into the society. Rather, he is saying symbols are tools for social consolidation or social cohesion, you can say. This is the word you should, or this is the word they say, that the symbols are an operators. This is the word they use. So I have used social cohesion in a simpler term for you to understand. But what is this operators in social action? In social action means that is, they are saying that the symbols are used as a tool for social cohesion. They operate in the social action of togetherness. In a simple example, you can understand very well. When a flag of a country is raised, our Indian flag or US flag or whatever flag it may be, if it is raised in a, let us assume it is raised you would have seen the movie Dangal, or any Olympic match, which happens somewhere around somewhere. It happens somewhere. But once the flag is raised, once the national anthem is played, somewhere some person is raising the flag in the Olympic committee. But we all get together into a nation. What we are doing, we are all coordinating, or we are all becoming a nation. We are all becoming a nation. So this symbol, according to Turner, isn't this symbol a tool for social cohesion? Isn't this symbol operator, that is the main operator in a social action of nation building? Or you can use many. So the flag, if you see, it is coordinating all of us into a particular nation, or it is making, or it is an operator in a social action, grand social action of building social capital. But if you ask Geets, what is the meaning of a flag? If you ask, the Geets will tell that the flag in in a country symbolizes norms, values. It perpetuates values. For example, our if you see our flag and you ask Geets, he will say that our Indian flag gives rise to peace because white is there, and it gives rise to bravery and prosperity. All these things are the wheel of time which perpetuates or keeps moving. And these values or time in life keeps moving. Or people should have people belonging under this flag should have peace, courage, and prosperity. So these values is perpetuating, you will say. But here Turner will say it is not perpetuating value. That is not the main important thing. Rather, it is used as a tool for coordination. This is an easy example, but the example he uses, so this is for your understanding. But the example he uses is called as the process called as Nakanga. So whether to use all this word, please you can actually use those words. It is a anthropology paper, and it is the word used by Nakanga. This everyone would know. Nedumba tribe. That is the name of the tribe in which he worked. But the process he explains is Nakanga. And this is what is the, this is, it is rites of passage. It's rites of passage. He uses, how he uses means, he uses rites of passage in a culture. He studies the symbols in that. That is what he says. Symbols in that rites of culture he uses. So he takes the symbols in the rites of passage and explains the meaning or how this symbol is used as for social cohesion. So in this Nakanga rites of passage, he uses the symbol and explains to us. So what is the symbol he uses means? He says that in this Nakanga, there is a tree called as Mudi or Mudi or you can say in English he uses milk tree. So milk tree. He says when a girl in Nidumba tribe starts menstruating, she becomes ready for motherhood. So that is the start of this Nakanga. That is the this rites of passage. Is, if you see, is a method or is a procedure performed when a girl starts menstruating and starts becoming part of women. So this in this they use something called as mudi tree or milk tree. What is the meaning? He says, what is the meaning of this tree means? When you observe something from outside in a rites of passage, a symbol like this, mudi, what does it do? No one will. But when you observe that, if you would have seen the movie Avatar, you would have seen the movie called as Avatar. Avatar. Take that example. There would be a tree, right? There would be a tree of life, they say, tree of life, they say. But see, the example which I am saying is not overlapping, but the tree of life, and everybody starts congregating towards or around that. In the same way, in this Mudi tree, during the rites of passage, which is called as Nakanga, all the women in the village congregate. all the women in the village congregate, and that mudi tree symbolizes, the girl who has started menstruating. That is, the girl will be sitting besides the tree, and all the women of the tribe will start, Nedumba tribe will start circling the tree. What does that tree do? What Turner is saying is the same thing as this flag is doing for our country, right? That is, this symbol, this tree symbol is used as a tool for social cohesion, because you should know that Nedumba is a tribe, is a matrilineal tribe. So this symbol, this tree as a symbol used in this rites of passage called as Nakanga, is used as a tool for social cohesion. It is an operator in social action. They are some incident has happened, but they use this tree as a methodology for becoming or showing their togetherness. This bonding or social cohesion is built, right? Social cohesion is built. Same way as you can see, same way as the flags of a country do. So from a tribe, you can actually extrapolate to nations. Flag is an example Turner uses. Nedumba and Nakanga and this rites of passage, Mudiyuti is the example he uses as well. But this is the problem. Where does this luminality come? What is this luminality? Suddenly, where does this crop? Turner, most of you would have written Nedumba and this Nakanga, maybe you would have written. But what is this luminality? This luminality is a wonderful concept. Just a little, that is what? It is a little unconventional paper. A little bit of what to say, a little bit of unorthodox question, a little bit of understanding based question as cropped up in this question paper, but it is a wonderful concept. It is a concept, if you see, this luminality, Victor Turner borrows from a person called as Arnold von Gennep. You need not know this, but for the sake of explaining, I'm just telling you. The luminality concept has been explained or taken by Turner from Arnold von Gennep. What this concept says is that any rites of passage, if you can take any rites of passage, that is any procedure is performed. For example, Nedumba in Nakanga procedure. It is a rites of passage, right? It is a rites of passage means you are performing a procedure for letting the girl who was a child from a young age, after she starts menstruating, you are letting the girl into the tribe as a woman who is ready to propagate or who is ready to bear children. So the rites of passage. The same way is the case for men also. So there will be a separate procedure for men. And the rites of passage, if you see, death will have an elaborate procedure. Rites of passage from living and to the death they will go, but there will be an elaborate procedure. That is what is called as rites of passage. But according to Arnold von Gennep and according to Turner also, this rites of passage has 3 stages. They say that there are 3 stages. What is this 3 stage means? The first stage is the initial stage. That is in the terms I will explain in terms of Nakanga, which is the Nakanga procedure. Initial stage, if you see, is the stage where the child is a girl, right? The child is a girl. But final stage, after the procedures, Nakanga procedures, rites of passage gets over, and the girl is sitting in the Mudi tree, and people are running or dancing around the tree, and the girl is welcomed into the womanhood or matrilineal society, is the final stage. She becomes a woman who is ready to who's ready to bear children. But this stage, which is called as the luminal stage, this is the in-between stage. This is the stage where the girl is sitting in the. This is the stage in which the girl is sitting besides the tree. This is the stage before allowing the girl into that womanhood fraternity, or the stage after the child is a little girl. You can actually have this as an example. For example, you as a person, you as a person, you as a person, you as a person finished college, right? You as a person finished college, then you all are I wish that everyone should become an IAS. So that is the final thing. Initial stage was college, but the luminal stage is this preparation stage. This is the thing they say. This is the preparation stage. And the thing is that in college you would have had many roles and responsibilities, roles, authority you would have had, and you would have had a lot of fun. Same way, after you become IAS, you will be roles and responsibilities will be so huge, and the power you have will be so huge. But but the stage, this point, this preparation stage, you are you you will be seen as a common man or common woman, common person with no power, no no authority, no role, nothing. This stage of 2 years between the college and this IAS exam is actually called as this luminal stage. That is what Turner says. In the same way, this is for your example, I said, but the example Turner uses is this Nakanga process, where the girl is in in-between stage. So this stage is where there is a lot of anxiety, there is a lot of what is it, questions about what is the next stage. There will be you will not be in a stable state of mind. So in this stage of luminosity, or what he says, in this stage of luminal, what to say, in this luminal stage. So in this luminal stage, this is the word he uses. What he says is that all the structure breaks. And if I have to explain, it comes from the structural functionalism. As there is a theory, structural functionalism. Turner, as you might be aware, Turner was also impressed by this structural functionalism, and then only he came to interpretive anthropology. But what does he mean by that? Means, see, in this stage, as I explained, in this stage, the initial stage, the roles and responsibilities are fixed, and the status is fixed according to the role. So a structure is there. Same way, after this is initial. Same way, post final, you will start having the same or higher authority, higher status. But here, these two, initial and final, are the structures which you see. Are the structures which you see. Okay, are the structures which you see. But in the luminal stage, this structure breaks down. This structure breaks down, and it is called as anti-structure. Anti-structure. Or he uses a word called as communitas, or community, or communitas is a Latin word. He uses because he favors the language Latin. He seems to think that Latin communitas describes this stage even better. As I said, these two phases have a structure, but this in between stage, the structure breaks down, and it is in communitas. And you can and in this stage is where there is anxiety. You have no power. There is questions. This human beings go through when there is a rites of passage from from adolescent to a young age, from young age to job from job to marriage, from marriage to children, from children having children to getting them married. Each stage when human process, we are actually in this luminal stage in the transition. So you might have heard that people having that midlife crisis. What is that midlife crisis? This is that midlife crisis. Because midlife crisis means because you are young now, but now slowly transitioning into a little bit old age. So there will be a transition, or there will be a crisis where you identity crisis will be there, role crisis will be there, everything will start. And then, but once you cross that phase, you will accept the roles and status of a little higher age person, and they will start accepting their gray hair, they'll start accepting their pot belly and everything. But the phase of which is in the luminal stage is actually little tumultuous. And but this is the concept. So this is the wonderful concept as I explained. But how to write this as an answer? So that is the next point, right? That is the next point. The answer comes here. So answer is 2 pages. So in 2 pages you have to write. First page, second page. And here intro. First thing is introduction. Here explain how Turner is part of that interpretive anthropology. So Keats is symbolic anthropology, and Turner is interpretive anthropology. Second, what he uses, methods he uses. So methods he uses rites of passage, right? Rites of passage. In this rites of passage, symbols are there. These symbols are nothing but operators of social action. So all the this you would have in every book or every thing which you have as notes. Everything contains this operators or in social action. But what is that operators in social action? Third point, that should be the point. That is, you have to explain Nakanga. So now I explained everything. Nakanga, what is that Nakanga? Rites of passage, Moody tree, milk tree, and how they have this social cohesion where they are dancing around the tree, and the matrilineal society is built. And you can also use innovatively flag as an example. Explain flag and tell how it is building this social cohesion. That is what flag is an example Turner uses, so you can use it. Now, fourth point, now come to luminality. So this would have been a little difficult while answering. I can accept that, but luminality. When you answer that, write stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So write with this diagram. You can show with this diagram how this transition takes place. And while this transition takes place, you can explain that the anti-structure. The anti-structure which collapses and creates this communitas or complete loss of authority, loss of role, loss of, or there may be anxiousness, everything will be there. But it is necessary to prove that everyone is equal. That is what he says. Because in this stage, if you see, everything collapses. There is no structure, there is no role, there is no authority. Everyone belongs to a population called as Homo sapiens. That is what he says. And the fifth point, you can actually conclude. You can conclude, or you can write the criticism of interpretive anthropology in the fifth part. In this introduction, also write the names of the books. Forest symbols, Nedumba tribe. Okay, Nedumba. Spelling, do see that, but Nedumba something. Nedumba tribe. So if possible, you can, if you are able to mark it in a geographical map also, it will look good. So this is how you write Turner and luminality. So
So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Minds of Aspirant. You can send this video to anyone who is preparing for civil services and to your family members who want to know about civil services also. There is a Telegram channel, Minds of Aspirant official as well. You can click that link and join the group, and you can ask for whatever doubts that you have. And also you can click the bell icon so that you will get regular updates from Minds of Aspirant. Thank you. All the best.